Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 19th September 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports with the help of NeoStock Software, which is useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, you click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. So whichever the tab you see, you click on the tab, you will get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. You click on the link. Now we are into the playlist supply demand zone price action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You need to start your training starting from the lesson 1.1. For that you need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the lessons are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So from the video description, please join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new YouTube video or any other important updates, we will be providing at our NeoStock Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. So let's start with finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames starting from half yearly. During this process, we will also identify high liquidity zones in daily and 75 minutes time frames. So let's start with the half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So you need to pause the video, and once you study, you can further proceed. In case if you doesn't understand how to study this report, I have explained the complete description of this report in lesson number 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. There I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations, everything in detail. Okay, next for half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. So one stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. One stock is filtered. Next for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Next, for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. 1 stock is filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 12 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. Only 2 stocks are filtered, and both the stocks are having a high liquidity zone. So both are supporting daily high liquidity demand zones. Next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Let us identify daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. First one is a NIFTY mid cap select. This is listed in F&O. So this is a high liquidity zone. So next one is a Hindalco. This is a high liquidity supply zone. Next one is Hindustan Copper. This is also a high liquidity supply zone. Next one is Ramco Cement. It is also a high liquidity daily supply zone. So total how many we identified? 1, 2, 3 and 4 high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 12 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered and we don't have any valid high liquidity supply zone. India Cement is already pierced, so it is not valid. So we don't have any valid 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. So next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. Let me scroll the list down. So total 20 stocks are filtered near to the 75 minute supply zone. Let's identify daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. First one, NIFTY Auto. It is an indices not listed in F&O, we can ignore. And this is a low priority high liquidity, you can ignore. Low priority also you can plan trade, but you can't expect 80% success rate for those zones. But they work sometimes if the order flow is very strong. Okay, Hero Motor is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. This is the first one. And PVR Inox is invalid because it is a pierced zone, already pierced. And next, Tata Chemicals is a valid high liquidity 75 minute supply zone. Next, Trent is also pierced, we can't use. So we have identified 2 high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these stocks are having a confluence with 75 minutes demand zone, that is ITF confluence. 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone. I'm enabling the filter. Let's verify. So none of the stocks are having a 75 minute zone confluence. So next, for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered. So let's verify how many of these stocks are having confluence with 75 minute supply zone. That is 15 minute supply zone confluence with 75 minute supply zone confluence. That is ITF confluence. So I'm enabling the filter. Let's verify. Out of 11, 7 stocks are filtered. These stocks are part of the 75 minute zone. Entry zone is 15 minute, but that zone is overlapped with 75 minute zone. Okay. So next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered near to the 5 minutes demand zone. Let's verify any of these stocks are having ITF confluence. 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. So I'm enabling the filter. So 2 stocks are having a 15 minutes zone confluence. That means 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone. Okay, next for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. So let's verify how many of these supply zones are having confluence with 15 minute supply zone. So 5 minute supply zone should be part of the 15 minute supply zone. That is ITF supply zone confluence. So these 6 supply zones are part of the 15 minute supply zones. Okay, this is about stocks near demand and supply zones. We also identified daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So the next set of reports are about NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. First, let's start with NIFTY. Starting from monthly time frame, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So 8 stocks are filtered. Sorry, not 8 stocks, 8 zones it is having. Supply demand zone chain. Always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones, and look into the pierced column to identify pierced zones. So they cannot be used for trading purpose. And also look into the trend in the LTF trend. Whichever the time frame you select, that will be treated as LTF trend. One time frame higher is ITF, one more time frame higher is HTF. This is the way you have to understand for the remaining reports from different time frames. Okay, now next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, the next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is about NIFTY supply demand zone chain. So next let us start with the BANKNIFTY, NIFTY Bank. So let's start with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So with this I have completed Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. So the next set of reports are about income trades, different income trades, bullish and bearish trade setup income trades for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly. Let's start with monthly income trade, bullish trade setup. So entry time frame is a daily, entry zone is a demand zone for bullish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame I am selecting the value bullish. This is entry time frame. So the entry time frame daily demand zone should not be pierced. So that is the reason why in the pierced count at a daily time frame I am selecting minimum value is 0, maximum value is 0. Now let's filter the stocks. And before that we need to set a zone achievement also. Violated opposing zone. Minimum order enhancer score should be 12 and all the 3 filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's filter. So 16 stocks are filtered. All these 16 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Now out of these 16, how many of these zones are having ITF confluence? That is a daily zone should be part of the weekly zone, daily demand zone and weekly demand zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence filter. Now let's verify. So 12 stocks are filtered. That means in all these 12 stocks, daily zones are part of the weekly zones. And if this weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence, they are high probability trade setup. First of all, this setup itself is a high probability, but adding EMA confluence is further more probability we are adding. Now let's verify, because ITF trend is uptrend and daily zone is part of the ITF zone, that is weekly zone, and weekly EMA confluence is there. It's a high probability setup in the EMA confluence. Weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence I have selected. Let's verify. So from 11, 8 stocks are filtered. So in all these 8 stocks, they are supporting bullish trade setup. And also we identified this is near the demand zone, TCS. This is also identified as a stocks near high liquidity zone. This is a high liquidity zone. It is providing bullish trade setup. But the only thing is, it should be having fine-tuned, a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone. Otherwise, zone will be violated. For an intraday point of view, those people can plan based on the high liquidity zone strategy, daily zone strategy. At fine-tuned 5-minute zone, we will plan a trade. But those who are looking for bullish, bearish trade setup, you may take a trade at daily zone itself, but provide the zone should have fine-tuned 5-minute zone. Fine-tuned 5-minute zone is a confirmation that the zone is having institutional order flow. But where you want to take a trade in the daily zone or fine-tuned 75-minute zone or fine-tuned 15-minute zone or fine-tuned 5-minute zone. That is all depending on your risk management. That is the point you should understand. It's very important. But HLQ traders will take only at fine-tuned 5-minute zone. But monthly income trade traders, you can take at daily or any fine-tuned zone as per your risk management point of view. Why like that? Because before reaching fine-tuned 5-minute zone, prices might be going up. Intraday traders, HLQ zone traders, they can't avoid that because of risk point of view. But MIT traders, monthly income trade traders, you have a different risk management because you are holding the stock for few days or for few weeks. Sometimes a month also you might be holding. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup, and also ITF zone is part of LTF zone is part of ITF zone, and ITF zone is having ITF EMA confluence. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. In the weekly EMA, I am disabling the filter. Now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF. That means daily zone together with weekly zone should be part of the monthly zone. For that, daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence is already enabled. Daily demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence I am enabling. And also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence also I am enabling. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. We got only one stock, GNFC. So that means the daily zone is part of the weekly zone, and daily and weekly together again part of the monthly zone. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. And that month, because all the zones are part of monthly, and monthly is having uptrend, HTF trend, and if it is having monthly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability trade setup. And also it is near the demand zone, but already tested 3 times. So let us look for monthly EMA confluence. Monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence, filter enabled. So it is also having monthly EMA confluence, and it is a daily zone is a high liquidity zone. If you can confirm a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone inside this, you can plan the trade. Because fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone is not there, there are higher chances zone will be violated. But where you want to take trade, your entry, that is all depending on your risk management. You may take it daily zone or type 2 proximal daily entry or 75-minute zone or maybe 15-minute zone. Anywhere you can take as per the risk management point of view. Probably the ZN, because this is a high liquidity zone, the same stock also might have identified in high liquidity zones near the demand zone, in the daily high liquidity zones. Let me cross check daily time frame near any demand zone. Yeah, both GNFC, TCS both are there, and both are currently supporting bullish trade setup. Okay, next bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame is daily. Entry zone should be supply zone, and the bullish or bearish trade setup at daily I am selecting bearish, and the daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Let's verify. So currently none of the stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So next one is a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at entry time frame 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish, and 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. So zone won't be pierced. And violated opposing zone, zone achievement, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. So 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. So to add the probability for these zones, let's look for LTF and ITF for demand zone confluence. That means 75 minutes demand zone should be part of the daily demand zone. So let's look for 75 with the daily demand zone confluence. So here 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, I'm enabled the filter. Let's verify. Now 8 stocks are filtered out of 17. 8 stocks are filtered. These 8 stocks are having ITF demand zone confluence. The ITF is a daily. Always daily trend should be uptrend here in the bullish trade setup. Because the daily trend is uptrend, if any of these 8 stocks are having a daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. So let me add EMA confluence filter. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, I am selecting daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So all the 7 stocks are having daily EMA confluence. Excellent. Nifty Bank is also there. Okay. So next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. First we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. And let's enable all the 3 filters. One is already enabled. That is the daily demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone is enabled. Next 75 minutes demand zone with weekly demand zone I am enabling. And daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence also I am enabling with all the 3 filters LTF, ITF, HTF. That means 75 minutes zone is part of the daily zone, 75 and daily together part of the weekly zone. How many stocks will filter? Only 2 stocks are filtered. And both these stocks are currently supporting uptrend. If any of these stocks are having a weekly EMA confluence, it is a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the weekly EMA confluence, where is it? The EMA confluence. In weekly, I am enabling the filter weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So none of the stocks are having EMA weekly EMA confluence, no issues. Next, let's start with bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone should be supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75, I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. Now let's filter. Only 4 stocks are filtered. These 4 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Now let's verify out of these 4, any of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 75 minutes zone should be part of the daily supply zone. Let's go. In the supply zone confluence, let's enable the filter. 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence I enabled. Let's verify. So 3 stocks out of 4, 3 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. And the daily trend is a downtrend. If these supply zones are having EMA confluence, it is a high probability setup. So let's verify. In the supply zone confluence, where it is? In the EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence, the daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence I enabled. Let's verify. 2 stocks are filtered. Out of 3, these 2 stocks are filtered and their probability is much better. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Earlier 4 stocks are filtered. Let's verify out of 4 how many are having LTF, ITF, HTF. First I need to remove EMA filter. Where is that EMA filter? I have to remove this EMA filter. And in the supply zone confluence, already we enabled 75 with daily is enabled. Now I am enabling daily supply zone with weekly supply zone, and also daily supply zone with weekly 75 minutes and weekly. All the three are enabled. Now let's verify. 3 stocks. So these 3 stocks are having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. Both together again part of the weekly supply zone. And the weekly supply zone, the trend is sideways in all the 3. So no need to look for weekly EMA confluence. The reason is in the sideways market, EMA confluence does not give any additional advantage. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next one is a bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Daily income trade entry time frame is 15 minutes. For bullish trade setup, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. And this 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score is 12. All the 3 stocks are, all the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. So 16 stocks are filtered. All these 16 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify out of these 16, let's verify how many are having confluence with ITF time frame. That means 15 minute zone should be part of this 75 minute zone. So 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence we need to set. So 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone filter I am enabling. Now let's verify. 10 stocks are filtered. Out of 15, 10 stocks are filtered. All these 10 stocks are having a ITF confluence. That means 15 minutes entry zone is part of the 75 minutes ITF zone. And the 75 minutes trend is uptrend. If any of these 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, probably it is a high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence, in 75 minutes time frame, I am enabling 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. So 4 stocks are filtered, and these 4 stocks are having a supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the entry zone 15 minute zone is part of the 75 minute zone, and the 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, the demand zones. Okay, now let's verify the next set of reports. So LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, how many stocks? Let us verify. First we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed the filter. So in the demand zone confluence, already we selected 15 minutes demand zone with 75 is enabled. Next 15 minutes demand zone should also be part of the daily zone, and 75 minutes demand zone should also be part of the daily zone. All the 3 filters are enabled. Let's verify. Only 1 stock is filtered. So in this stock, a 15 minute zone is part of the 75 minute zone, and 15 and 75 again part of the daily zone. But daily trend is currently sideways trend, so no need to check for any daily EMA confluence. Even if there is any EMA confluence, sideways market, EMA confluence does not give any additional advantage. But here the good thing is the zone is a high liquidity zone. The 15 minutes entry time frame zone is a high liquidity zone. Okay, this is having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. So next report is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. 15-minute supply zone should not be having any pierced zones. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means 15-minute supply zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 15-minute supply zone. Now let's verify. So 9 stocks are filtered. And all these 9 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify how many of these 15-minute supply zones are having ITF confluence. That means 15-minute supply zone should be part of the 75-minute supply zone. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone. Now let's verify. Now 7 stocks are filtered. All these 7 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the 15-minute zones are part of the 75-minute zone. Because 75 minutes trend is downtrend, if any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 75-minute zone with supply zone, 75-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So 2 stocks, very good. So these 2 stocks, these 2 supply zones are having a daily EMA confluence. These are the 75-minute supply zones. So high probability setups. And moreover, both the supply zones are high liquidity. One is high priority, high liquidity, and another one is low priority, high liquidity zones. Okay, now let's verify. Excuse me. Now let's verify LTF, ITF and HTF supply zone confluence. Further, first I need to remove this EMA filter. In the supply zone confluence, 15-minute supply zone and 75 is already enabled. Now I am enabling 15-minute supply zone with the daily supply zone confluence, and also 75-minute supply zone with the daily supply zone confluence also enabling. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Now let's verify how many stocks will filter. 5 stocks are filtered. All the 5 stocks, 15-minute zone is part of the 75-minute zone. Again, both together is part of the daily zone. That means the daily zone, everything is there. And if the daily zone is any downtrend related stocks, 3 stocks are there. If any of those 3 stocks are having daily EMA confluence, again it is a high probability setup. So let me verify. Let us verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, the daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Why daily supply zone? Because 15 minutes and 75 together part of the daily supply zone. That's why daily EMA confluence is there. It is a high probability setup. So 3 stocks are filtered except the third one, because the trend is sideways. Sideways trend, it doesn't add any advantage for the EMA confluence. But first and second, CUB and LIC Housing Finance, they have downtrend. So also having daily EMA confluence, and also 15-minute zone and 75-minute zone together part of the daily zone. So it's a high probability setup related scenario. And both the supply zones, moreover, all the 3 supply zones are high liquidity zones, the 15-minute supply zones. And CUB is already tested once. Okay, this is about the bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, hourly income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, at 5 minutes I am selecting bullish. The 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. 6 stocks are filtered. All the 6 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify out of these 6 stocks, how many are having ITF confluence. That means 5 minutes supply. This is the demand zone, right? Bullish trade setup. So 5 minutes demand zone should be part of the 15 minutes demand zone. That is ITF confluence here. 5 minutes is the entry time frame. In the demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 5 minutes demand zone with the 15 minutes demand zone. So I selected the filter. Let's verify. Out of 7, 6 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means all 5 minute zones are part of the 15 minute zone. And remember, 15 minute zone also should not be pierced. Actually, we have to check this filter for all the setups, but at least manually verify for the other income trades. Here in the pierced count, the 15 minute zone also should not be pierced, because 5 minute zone is part of 15 minute zone. If the 15 minute zone is pierced, it is not a high probability setup. So I am setting 15 minutes also minimum maximum value 0. So that means the 15 minute zone is not pierced. In that 5 minutes not pierced zone is available. That is what the meaning. Earlier 6 stocks filtered. Okay, all the 6 stocks are there. That means in all the 6 stocks, 15 minute zones also not pierced. Okay, out of these, because 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone, 15 minute zone trend is uptrend because it is a bullish trade setup. Let's verify any of these 15 minute zones are having a daily EMA confluence. If it is there, it's an additional advantage. So 15 minute zone, that is a 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Oh, 1 stock is filtered. Good. So this demand zone is a high probability setup. That's why maybe it is already tested and also gave 2 rejections from this zone. Okay, next let's look for LTF, ITF and HTF zone confluence. First we need to remove this EMA filter. LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. That means 5 minutes demand zone together with 15 minutes demand zone should be part of the 75 minutes demand zone. We already enabled 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Now I am enabling 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Also enabling 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. That means 5 minutes demand zone is part of the 15 minutes demand zone, and 5 minutes and 15 minutes together part of the 75 minutes demand zone. That is what LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Only 1 stock is filtered. And 75 minutes trend is sideways. No need to check for EMA confluence. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup. Next, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in the 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes supply zone. Let's verify. 8 stocks are filtered. Currently, these 8 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for, I repeat, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. That is, entry time frame is 5 minutes. Let's verify if any of these supply zones are having confluence with ITF time frame. ITF is 15 minutes. So let's add the filter. First pierced count, even 15 minutes also I am setting minimum value 0, because 15 minute zone also should not be pierced. So in the supply zone confluence, 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone I am enabling. So with this filter, let's verify. 4 stocks are filtered. And all these 4 stocks are having ITF confluence, ITF supply zone confluence. That means 5 minute supply zone is part of the 15 minute supply zone. If these 15, any of these 15-minute supply zones are having EMA confluence, it's even more probable scenario. Let's verify if anything is available. In the EMA confluence, 15 minutes time frame, I'm checking 15-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Oh, one stock is Tata Steel is having the supply zone. It is a TCO zone. Already having one rejection from this zone. Okay. This is a 5-minute zone is part of the 15-minute zone. And having EMA confluence. Next, let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 5-minute supply zone should be part of the 15 and both together part of 75. For that, first we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. Now in the supply zone confluence, let's add 2 more filters. Already one filter is added, 15 minutes and 75. Sorry, this is demand zone. Yeah, 15 minutes supply zone, 75 is already enabled. Now 2 more filters we need to enable. That is 15 minute supply zone with the daily. Sorry, something is wrong. Earlier we made a mistake in the ITF confluence, the 5-minute supply zone. Let me repeat that. Previously I made a mistake. I was looking for 5 minutes with 15 minutes with 75. That is, I checked only ITF and HTF confluence. That is not the correct scenario. So I am removing this filter. For ITF confluence, because this is a hourly income trade, 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone, I should enable. So I am enabling. Please discard the previous ITF confluence. Now let's verify. And zone confluence, pierced count, we already set 15. This is correctly we set. But only confluence, supply zone confluence, earlier I said 15 and 75. That is wrong. Because ITF confluence, 5-minute zone should be part of the 15-minute supply zone. So now again I am repeating, I am regenerating the report for ITF confluence. So these are the 4 stocks filtered. See here in the, always we need to check this supply zone confluence, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. Earlier mistakenly I have selected 15 and 75. 15 and 75 should be used while generating HTF confluence. Okay, these are the supply zones, 4 supply zones. Now let's verify out of these 4, which one is 15-minute supply zone is having EMA confluence. I think earlier we selected this filter properly only. So in the supply zone with daily EMA confluence, Tata Steel was selected earlier. Yes, perfect. I think Tata Steel is also having HTF confluence. That's why it is filtered earlier when we check for 15 and 75. Okay, now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First I need to remove this EMA filter. In the supply zone confluence, already 5 minutes and 15 minutes is enabled. Now 2 more filters I am adding, 5 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence I am enabling. And also 15 minute supply zone and 75 minute supply zone also I am enabling. The reason is this 5 minute supply zone is part of the 15 minutes and both together part of the 75 and 15 minutes also part of the 75. That is what the meaning. Now let me filter the stocks. So 2 stocks are filtered, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Tata Steel is also there. And the trend is a downtrend. Which one? 75 minutes trend. Let us check if the 75 minutes trend is having EMA. Anyway, Tata Steel will filter because the 5 minute zone is a part of this. 15 minute zone is part of the 75. Already earlier it is selected. So we may get this stock. SRF also we will verify. But this time 75 minutes EMA confluence we need to check. In the EMA confluence 75 minutes because 5 minutes and 15 minutes together part of the 75 minute zone. And trend also down in both. So in the 75 minute supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. It is a high probability setup. So Tata Steel is filtered. Good. So this is moreover, it is a TCO supply zone, high probability setup. So this is about bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. With this, we have completed all the 4 income trades, bullish and bearish trade setups. In the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. So this is the list. And the first 17 in this list is all sectorial indices. That includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks listed in F&O category. But they are all equity stocks. What I do, I keep on scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.